in the description to see which product these reviews are about. Let's begin the reviews. All these reviews are narrated without pauses. This is actually a very attractive, sturdy TV cabinet. I give it only 3 stars for 2 reasons. 1. 3 of the cam nuts broke on installation, forcing a parts run. 2. The directions have the doors being installed before the top. This is simply wrong. The doors and shelves are installed last. In the case of the cam nuts, the root cause of the problem may be the 2 small pilot holes for the pins. This causes them to drift when installed, leading to off-center mating with the cam nuts, though the nuts themselves are significantly weaker than the replacements I bought at Ace Hardware. I truly would caution anyone considering this item to have a source for cam nuts available and to read the instructions with a practical eye. This is a well-made product. The wood is very nice quality. The color is a little bit darker than what the photo shows on the product page. It is more like an espresso or black/brown. It would definitely complement black furnishings or antique furnishings. Some of the directions are not accurate. Luckily, my husband put this together and he is good with figuring these things out. For example, the diagram might show the notched shelf going in the opposite of how it really goes in. The doors too, do not match the actual diagram. But, I think most people could figure it out. This definitely looks more expensive than what one pays for it. The glass in the doors is nice quality also. One more thing, make sure you don't put the shelving in at the very top level or there is no access to the holes in the back panel to put wires through. I actually made that mistake and ended up having to lower the shelves. Great quality, real wood, and good hardware included. It does take a while to put together though, 3 hours. Not because it is hard but because it is tedious. All furniture is difficult to put together, but when the furniture is actually wood it makes it easy to correct mistakes without breaking any parts. Nice size, which makes it easy to add gaming systems, DVD players, and more. Has 2 spots dedicated for this purpose and you could add more to the top if needed. Glass doors add some class and make it easy to see anything added to the adjustable shelves inside. The large doors have 1 adjustable shelf. The small ones do not have an extra shelf. I had to wait 2.5 weeks from my date of order until delivery. It was a complicated assembly, but the finished piece looked quite good. Unfortunately, I had not had this piece 5 weeks when a 6-inch crack opened up on the top. I have been corresponding with Simpli Home to get this piece replaced. I do not have a satisfactory conclusion to issue to date. If the damaged board is replaced I will give this a very good rating, otherwise it is money wasted. Took a little longer than the prime rate to arrive, however worth it. It's easily assembled and solidly built with wood, even back panel, and not particle board. Fits well for a 70-in flat screen with about 4 to 5 inches extended on both sides, lengthwise. Excellent price compared to numerous other retail of similar products. This TV stand met my expectations. It is not perfect, having some swirls and a slightly raised grain in one spot on the top surface. The TV should hide that spot. It will arrive in a few days. The finish is also somewhat easy to march. However, for a solid wood unit the $500 price beats the $300 composite and laminated stands for sure. The wood is pine, meaning it will dent quite easily. But overall construction is very solid. Many joints use the typical cam and pin locking method, but wood screws are provided where it counts. We also glued each piece as we went. Having done that, the finished unit is very strong and I expect we will get many years out of it. This certainly will have much better longevity over less expensive, composite/pressed board stands. The finish is uniform and the completed stand is attractive for the price paid. It suits our needs and I feel the value is good for the price paid. Assembly is not overly difficult, but was time consuming as we carefully inventoried each part and attached a larger sticky note on it to make it easily identifiable. I recommend taking that extra step as it did make the assembly smoother. Of course, adding glue to each bonded surface cumulatively bumped up assembly time as well. A single person could assemble this, but having an extra set of hands is advised for some steps. Only one pre-drilled hole did not quite line up with the dowel, easily remedied and invisible once assembled. It was packed quite well, having a buffer zone at each box edge using foam and stiff cardboard. We detected no damage due to shipment, even though one corner of the box was slightly crushed and damp. A layer of thin foam was present between each piece to prevent scratches. If you are looking for hardwood or the utmost in quality, $500 is not going to yield that anyway. I think most down-to-earth folks would be pleased with this purchase. If you are looking in the $300 price range like we were, kicking in $200 more of your hard-earned money is worth it for this one. As I mentioned above, that extra money gets you a nice-looking, solid piece that should last many years. The furniture is beautiful. However, beware of the manufacturer's prep work. All of the holes in step 1 were misdrilled and I had to make the decision to either redrill them or return the stand. I chose to redrill the holes and that extending my assembly time dramatically. However, the furniture turned out amazing and I am so happy I took the extra time to modify the manufacturer's error. Had they prepped this correctly I would have subscription to see which product these reviews are about. Let's begin the reviews. All these reviews are narrated without pauses. This is actually a very attractive, sturdy TV cabinet. I give it only 3 stars for 2 reasons. 1. 3 of the cam nuts broke on installation forcing a parts run. 2. The directions have the doors being installed before the top. This is simply wrong, the doors and shelves are installed last. In the case of the cam nuts the root cause of the problem may be the 2 small pilot holes for the pins. This causes them to drift when